Today, I would like to tell you about one of the interesting projects we have recently completed. We were approached by a major dairy concern with a request to integrate ultraviolet disinfection into the bottles in which yogurt is filled. This concept involves a complex solution. That is, it contracts for the installation and manufacture of equipment that must decontaminate containers with the required dose. That is, the performance criterion of this contract is to obtain the required dose at a specific location of their equipment. Our specialists have made a site visit and determined the place of potentially possible installation of equipment. Next, an enclosure was made, or rather an enclosure like the one you have here. Accordingly, based on the conveyor speed and the required dose, which was 35 millijoule per centimeter squared, the required power was calculated. And you've got to put in about 500 watts of light bulbs. Accordingly, the site was chosen with a dimensional limitation of about 1 meter. And we decided that we needed to put in 3 lamps, each about 180 watts. We manufactured the enclosure, made a solution for its installation, and made guides for its installation. A stainless steel cabinet was assembled. A rack was made for it. The installation locations and fastening methods were agreed in advance. Further, during the scheduled repair of the equipment, within a day, our team came out, which during the scheduled repair of this equipment, integrated all its equipment on it, connected it to the power supply system of the instrumentation, and the customer received the necessary solution without downtime of his line, and received increased efficiency of container disinfection, which allowed him to reduce the costs of product spoilage. That is, the container was already bacteria-free, allowing the product to be preserved for a longer period of time. What can you say about this project? First, necessarily we do, when for food processing applications, we put the lamps in a specially anti-shattering version. Secondly, it is mandatory to make a signaling decision about their lights not working in case they are broken. Accordingly, if there is a signal that their lamp is off, the conveyor line stops. And thirdly, the system of switching on you were made in such a way that the conveyor will be switched on only after a couple of minutes after turning on off lamp, when they have already reached the necessary intensity of radiation and will effectively decontaminate the containers moving on it. This solution, as I said, was turnkey, and it is not very cheap. We can help you to make such solutions yourself, i.e., you send us all the necessary information and we calculate the necessary dose, choose the right lamps for you, and if you need, we can also manufacture enclosures that you can synthesize yourself on your own equipment. It is also necessary not to forget that ultraviolet light is harmful to humans, and glowing lamps should not. The light of ultraviolet radiation should not fall on employees working near the equipment. So specifically at this site, we chose sheets, elastic sheets of silicone, with which we closed all possible paths of radiation propagation. Well, I've shared with you an interesting project of ours. Stay tuned, we'll tell you more. Thank you.